Let's open up 2 of the new 2025 Hot Wheels RacerVerse Star Wars vehicles. Varykino. If it's Star Wars, we collect it. Hello there, thanks for visiting Varykino. Last week I was out hunting for the latest wave of Hot Wheels Starships Select Star Wars vehicles. Sadly I wasn't able to find them, but I did spot something else Star Wars in the Hot Wheels section, the latest 2025 RacerVerse vehicle featuring R2-D2. So of course I had to grab it. On the back of the backing card it does actually picture 2 Star Wars vehicles in this particular release, R2-D2 and Grogu from The Mandalorian. So the hunt was on, and this week I was able to find him at a local store. So now I have both vehicles, R2-D2 and Grogu. They have some really cool details, so it's going to be a lot of fun to see these ones out of the packaging. I can't wait. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Coming up really soon, I'll take a closer look at both vehicles out of the packaging. We'll check out the cute figures and the details. But first, let's take a quick look at the packaging. The Hot Wheels RacerVerse toys come packaged on a rectangular cardboard backing card with the toy contained in a clear plastic bubble on the front. The backing cards appear square, but they are taller than they are wide. So I really like the artwork design for these backing cards. We've got the top half with a black starry background. Of course, we've got the Star Wars logo here in the top right. We've got a cardboard cutout for the hanger that is reinforced with a small piece of plastic here. And we've got a lovely Hot Wheels logo here with the RacerVerse sub logo there as well. And of course, because these are new, we have the new 2025 logo here on the front as well. I really like the artwork for the drivers for these cars. We have R2-D2 here, lovely and vibrant. Of course, R2 is piloting a car inspired by an X-Wing. And for Grogu, we have a car inspired by IG-11, or perhaps more accurately, IG-12. I think these look really fun. I just wanted to do a quick comparison with the new 2025 release with an older one from 2024. You can see that while the backing card is still the same shape and size, they have switched up a few of the design elements. The newer release has a slightly different graphic for the year. We can see the rectangular 2024 with the circular 2025. They both still have a large white Star Wars logo in the top right, but the newer releases have a stronger emphasis on the theme character. You can see a really large graphic here of Grogu compared with the earlier release, which also included the vehicle. We can see Hera piloting a ghost-inspired car on an orange roadway here, which is not present here on this one. We just have the image of Grogu. We do still have the same Hot Wheels RacerVerse logo. We have a small checker graphic here along the left-hand side, which fades out behind the vehicle. For the 2025 release, that checker print continues all the way across. Both releases still have the character name down the side in a grey text, the Mattel logo, and a blue banner across the bottom, noting that these toys are intended for ages 3 and up. Just as a collector note, if you do like to keep your Star Wars toys in their packaging, there is a footer at the bottom of the clear plastic bubble, but it doesn't keep them completely upright. As you can see with the R2-D2 vehicle here, it does lean a lot forward. And of course, coming from the Vintage Collection line of 3.75-inch action figures, I am used to very straight, sturdy cardboard backing cards. The ones for the Hot Wheels line are much thinner, and they do have quite a lot of wave to them. It's not so evident when looking from the front, but when you look from the side, you really do notice that lean and the wave to the backing card. But I think they look pretty cool if viewed from the front. Moving on to the back of the backing card, you can see that these are pretty much identical. We have the Star Wars logo at the top, the Hot Wheels RacerVerse logo on the top right, and an image of the 2 Star Wars vehicles in this particular release. We have R2-D2 and Grogu with a soft checker background underneath. And of course, the rest of the backing card is the barcode, copyright warning, all of that kind of stuff. Though I do think it's interesting to note that for this particular release, they noted that these are not for use with Hot Wheels sets. Perhaps there is something unique about the shape and size of these themed vehicles that doesn't fit on standard Hot Wheels racetrack. But I think they're so cute. I really want to see them out of the packaging, so let's open them up. So now I have both RacerVerse vehicles out of their packaging, and they are adorable. So I wasn't sure which one I was going to take a closer look at first, but I see Grogu smiling at me, so let's go and take a closer look at Grogu first. So, of course, taking them out of the packaging, I can see everything on both sides, and there is so much detail on these little vehicles. Of course, Hot Wheels have been making little toy cars and vehicles for absolutely decades now. They should know what they're doing, but this is really cute because, of course, Hot Wheels are normally known for their cars, less so for little figures. So, of course, they've done lots of Star Wars little cars, little character-themed cars over the years, but these ones actually have little drivers, which I think is a really fun switch up on this line. And Grogu here looks really cute. So, of course, now that he's out of the packaging, I can look at his face up close from the front, and this is really cute. There is a really good sort of digital print here. He's quite glossy, which I think is fun. The light is kind of catching on his eyes. He's got a little mouth that is open because he's excited. There's a little tiny pink tongue in there as well. There is a little kind of little orange kind of accent to the side of his eyes. We've got a little white reflection. We've got eyebrows there, and we've even got printed pink inside the ears as well. You can just look up close, very, very close. It is digitally printed. We can see those sort of telltale little dots there, which is really fun. And he's holding on to a little green steering wheel in there as well with his little green hands. And he's got printing for the sleeves of his little jacket. The collar here is sort of painted all one color, but his sleeves are another digital print. You can just sort of make out the tiny dots for his brown sleeves, and the little cuffs there being a slightly different color to the paint used for the collar around his neck there. He is fixed in. He is not removable. These ones are permanently attached, and he also doesn't swivel. His head doesn't come out. So, of course, we kind of have a second character here. We have IG-11/IG-12 here in the back. So his head is fixed and it doesn't swivel or turn. I think it's really fun. There is a nice level of sort of weathering printing here as well. We've got some sort of dots for the sort of details here around the back. And of course, we've got his little stalks, details, all sorts of fun things there. Really nice. There is a kind of a subtle, not quite a metallic finish, but it's kind of looking a little bit dark, and a really nice sort of metallic finish there. Of course, most of this is actually plastic, but we do have that sort of metal component across the bottom there. You can see the stamps there for the copyright, Lucasfilm, Mattel, all of that kind of stuff. And of course, we can also see the screws, attaching everything together. And we've got really nice spinning wheels here, of course, because these are, while of course the packaging says that they're not designed to go with Hot Wheels sets, they will roll really nicely. Of course, very free. That looks really nice. Plastic wheels, but they've got a really good spin to them there. Just sort of showing that just spins really nice. So of course we've got also some fun paint and weathering here down the sides as well. We've got metallic silver for sort of the body section here of the vehicle. We've got dark brown sort of coming up over the front wheels, and this interesting sort of cream beige color around the back that's got this kind of infill. It's almost like mud kind of kicking up around the back wheels there. And we've got some really nice printed weathering here around the back. Same on the other side, which is quite fun. And we've got a little bit of a printing across the front. It's kind of like, they're sort of hitting things. And now this isn't actually scratched. That is part of the printing, of course, fresh out of the packaging. Looks really nice. I can just sort of feel that soft printing there on the front as well. Really nice metallic finish here for the main body. Just really fun details. They must have so much fun taking characters and vehicles and kind of interpreting them into these fun designs. This one is really cool. Of course, I've seen Hot Wheels do several cars kind of themed on Grogu. This is fun to see Grogu actually piloting a vehicle with their tiny little green steering wheel. And I thought for the 2025 release, having IG-12 as kind of being the vehicle, as it were, that he is piloting or driving is so perfect, because of course we see him sort of driving IG-12 around as sort of like a giant droid walker there for for little Grogu. So this is really fun. It spins really well. I like the theming, you know, something where it isn't just Grogu himself. We've got a little bit of sort of extra. And if you're a fan of IG droids from Star Wars, I think this is a little fun touch. We kind of get like a second character in there. He's just so cute. I love how happy he looks. Like he's going fast, the way that his ears are sort of flying back behind him. I really want to sort of put him on a ramp and see him go. I think it looked like he's almost like coming alive and having a lot of fun going fast, because we do see him get excited about going fast. You know, we see him sort of wanting the Mandalorian to fly the N1 starfighter really fast, all of that kind of stuff. So I think that that was a really cute choice. So of course, the other one I opened up from the 2025 release so far is R2-D2. And of course, R2-D2 is perfect in an X-Wing. So this is a really cute kind of condensed, almost like a chibi style X-Wing here, rendered as kind of a racer car, which is just so fun. So of course, like Grogu, we have an R2 figure here that doesn't have a rotating head, and he is fixed in, he is not removable. If you look at it from the front, it's not so clear when he's in the packaging, but the body kind of tapers down to his attachment point. But the printing, just like on Grogu, is absolutely fantastic here. Those front droid details go all the way down. He's even got kind of like a cute little reflection for his eye. So again, it's kind of giving him a cute sort of almost chibi style like Grogu. And that printing goes all the way around to the back of the dome. No printed details down the back of the body, but of course that's tucked in very tight. I wasn't really expecting that, but we've got some nice dome details here on the top as well. And of course, some really fun details here for the X-Wing. So of course, we've got a vehicle, not a character like IG from this one, but it's just so iconic. We've got some really nice red and yellow printed details here on sort of the front nose part of the X-Wing body, printed for the cockpit sort of window here, because that is painted black. It doesn't look like black plastic. It looks like it's made in the same piece of plastic as the main body. So we've got a printed panel here for the windows, and then we've got a few little extra sections. We've got some printing here on the engines. We've got little extra bits for the sort of the weaponry here on the X-Wing, and you can see where the under metal part kind of comes up here in the back and connects to the plastic section there. And of course, like the Grogu one, we've got really nice spinning wheels here. We've got a gray design with black wheels there. I like the engines there in the back. I think that that's really cute. All of those little detail panels there on the top behind R2-D2 for, you know, stylized sort of children's toys, as it were. I love the detail that goes into these things, because of course anybody that picks up the Star Wars license knows that adult collectors are going to be keen on these as well. I just think this is so fun. I love the way that they sort of interpret iconic Star Wars vehicles and characters into these fun little vehicles. You know, a fun way to introduce younger fans to Star Wars. You know, they can play with these perhaps well before they are old enough to watch the films, introducing them to the characters. But these look like a lot of fun to play with as well. I had a lot of iconic, original sort of 80s era Hot Wheels cars back in my childhood. I love them. They are so fun. And I just kind of want to race these. I already do. Like, I kind of want to, you know, set up some ramps and race these two and see which one is faster. I just think they're so fun. Of course, they do have to put on the packaging that they're not intended to be used with Hot Wheels sets, just in case, you know, just these unique designs don't sort of make those loops. But I think that these look so fun. I love the detail on them. So cute. I'm really hoping that this line continues to see some more really cool characters. So far here in New Zealand, I have been able to track down 4. I have found Rey, Hera Syndulla, and now R2-D2 and Grogu. I know that internationally there are others, and I'm definitely really hoping to track them down, because now that I've opened these two, I just think that they're really cute. Because I do like the cuter side of Star Wars. I do collect a few of these sort of cute lines. If you are curious, this one here is also available around the same time as the Doorables line. So if I quickly grab my Doorables X-Wing for a bit of a size comparison, you can see I've got Princess Leia from the Doorables line in her Hoth themed X-Wing. This one is a lot bigger, so you can see the Hot Wheels RacerVerse one next to it, though of course I should notice this one here is about more than twice the price of this one, so I would expect it to be bigger. This one does have a removable figure. I can take Leia out out and she's a separate figure. This one here is fixed. I can't remove R2-D2, but it's just fun to see a few different options there if you like collecting sort of cute interpretations of iconic Star Wars vehicles. But these ones are just a little bit more bite-sized, easy to collect, and Hot Wheels is a very standardized company and line of vehicles. So if you like the character cars, I think these are a fun sort of addition to the lineup of Star Wars toys from Hot Wheels and Mattel. I think that they're really cute. I don't know if I would prefer these ones, like if I have to choose between the themed character cars and these ones, I don't know. It's something about having the cute little faces of the characters is really drawing me in. I think it's really cute, and I hope we see lots to come. I'm always a little bit nervous when toy companies experiment with different toy lines. Sometimes they do a few and then kind of give up on the line. So I'm really hoping that we'll see lots more of these because I think they are just so cute. I love Grogu's little face and just sort of the way that his ears are flying behind him. He looks really cute. So I am definitely going to be collecting more of these. I think that they're just adorable because I like cute as well as, you know, Star Wars vehicles. Micro Galaxy Squadron sadly has become really hard, if not impossible, to find here in New Zealand. So I'm looking for a few sort of cheap, affordable and fun, easily findable ways to add just a few Star Wars vehicles to my collection, seeing as I have to source the Jazzwares line from overseas now. So I'm excited that I was able to find these ones here in New Zealand because of course Mattel and Hot Wheels are just so internationally findable. So here in New Zealand, I'm just glad to find these at my local toy store, and they just look so cute. I just had so much fun opening them up. I was a little bit on the fence about whether I was going to take them off their backing card, but now that I have them out, I am glad. I know sometimes I struggle with whether to open up my toys or keep them sealed because, you know, they do look pretty cool on those bright and colorful backing cards, but there's just some fun details, and just being able to sort of pick them up and roll them around. And dare I say, I'm kind of tempted to race these. I might be setting up a bit of a track just to see which one will win the race. I don't know. Which one do you think looks like they'll go faster? I don't know. Something about the sort of the angle on R2-D2. He might win out on a speed race, but these are just so cute. Definitely wanting to add more to my collection. This was so fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I opened up some Hot Wheels RacerVerse Star Wars vehicles and had a lot of fun checking out the cute details. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the galaxy, and let's hang out again very soon for more Star Wars fun. May the Force be with you. If you're a fan of cute Star Wars collectibles, I recently unboxed the Bounty Collection Series 2. That video is linked here in case you haven't already seen it, as well as a whole Star Wars collectibles playlist. This is the way.